Welcome to Inverness. We're exploring the UK for a little bit because I don't have a passport right now. See, I've been all over Europe for the past 10 years and my passport ran out of stamps. So I'm excited to show you a little bit of the treasures that the UK has to offer.
So I came up here on a noble quest for men in kilts, Nessie sightings, and accents so thick I'd need subtitles. But what I actually found was something totally unexpected. Nature that made me question reality. Architecture that's second to none, and the friendliest people you'll ever meet.
I love this place.
So here's the plan. We'll start the day out with a walk before the shops open, and then we'll stumble across the tiniest miniature railway I've ever seen. No joke, it's adorable. And then after that, we'll head back into town for an epic graveyard, a charming Victorian market, and me getting fully lost in a tiny shopping center.
Sit over here.
And finally, falling head over heels in the best smelling bookshop in the entire country. Now let's get started before this random stranger actually hugs me. Ah!
Look at how nice it is today. Finding a sunny day this far north at this time of year is so rare. So along this river, we see all of these cute little white bridges. Now these white bridges were built in Victorian times. See, Queen Victoria loved Scotland. And so a lot of the architects that were building bridges and canals and roads and yada yada during the Victorian ages came up here and built this whole place up. This nice little white rickety. It looks like some weird bomb thingy is here, but I don't know what that is. Like everyone is out and in such good mood right now. Oh, look at these flowers. Look at those. Can you see them? Is it coming in? Look at all these little baby flowers. So pretty. The birds are happy. Wonder if the birds like the flowers. Can birds see color? That'd be cool if they could. Imagine that. Being a bird and just being able to sit in a tree and poop on these flowers. Cool. Now, when the Victorians came, they built canals to control the water and to stop Inverness from getting flooded. There's like a massive, it's like 2 meters in height that this river varies up and down in the flow. And of course, that would kind of drown the town that we'll go see in probably on here in about 2 minutes. Here we see another beautiful Victorian bridge that we will cross in a bit. Because remember, we're on our way to the UK's most northern miniature railroad. Okay, hold on. This is really pretty. Look at that. Look how calm and pretty that is. Look at this. We have beautiful moss growing on the trees. Ness Island railway. Okay, now I don't hear it, so maybe it's not running it. Maybe it's waiting for like more high tourist season. Look how tiny that is. Dunk-a-dunk. A baby railroad. I think if I was on the train for that, I'd squash and break the track.
That guy in a little coat.
Oh, look up here. We have a little hippo. Okay, we have daddy hippo here, and we have baby blue hippo over here. And it's like baby blue hippo has gotten stuck in a flower patch. Cross the train track. You can do it. Look, blue hippo. Even your purple brother made it across. Oh my God, this is incredible. Okay, some other people came prepared to feed the ducks. So they're gonna feed the ducks. And I'm gonna stream snipe them. Come here, little ducky. Now first, a little epic lore about Loch Ness. Because Loch Ness is so deep, it sits on this massive fault. It's super, super deep and people can't go deep enough in it because there's no light. So it's never been really explored. Now, it is true that there's probably a lot of species in there that have been around for hundreds of thousands of years, but it's always gonna be a mystery for us because of all of the pressure that changes and the submarines that you need. I mean, you don't wanna end up like another one of those submarines that explodes trying to look for the Titanic. We're approaching our first look of Nessie. Now take a look. Nessie. This is Scottish graffiti in its finest. Nessie crawling out of the river. See? Look at this. So when the water's too high, these gates shut and you can't enter this bridge. Luckily today though, the water's not too high and we can go across this wiggly bridge built by the Victorians in the early 1800s. Wow. If you heard the news a while ago, there was a massive windstorm with winds over 100 miles an hour that came here and tore down a lot of the trees. And you know, you can see some of them on the floor here that didn't make it, but the bigger ones, look how big those are. It's huge. This plant has been growing for so long. Look, you guys, look at that. It's so massive. And the base, like, look, it doesn't even fit in the camera. Get back up. Look at this huge plant. All of this is in Scotland, you guys. Look. Tell me your stories, little tree. Wow. It's so big. And just sitting right next to this other Victorian bridge. Okay, now this baby bridge is much less scary, but if more than just me is on it, it gets pretty scary because it's little and there's no middle suspension that stops it. But again, over here you can see if it's super rainy, this thing closes and you can't enter. But today, Victorian engineering is open for business. Now all along the river, we have these beautiful Victorian homes that were built back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They're guarded by these walls. It reminds me of that book, The Secret Garden, where you have all these walls gardened in, both to keep the water out, to keep the kids in, to have some privacy from everybody going for a walk on this little river path. And we see yet another Victorian bridge. Now I think it's time that we should go and take a look at some of the city. And if you are thinking about coming here, you'll probably want to see some of the stuff in the city. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what that is. Now, as you know, I'm not the best city vlogger, so we're going to do this in the best way that I can. Look at this cute little decoration. Now, this is probably one of my favorite streets in Inverness, and I have no idea why. Like on the left, we have this huge graveyard right next to this massive Victorian church. It's kind of cool. I think we should go inside this graveyard. Can you see inside? Look inside, how cool that is. All of this is kind of scorched, like there was a fire, something big. Wow. That's probably some famous dude. Let's not walk on that gravestone.
Now this might be my favorite spot in Inverness. The old High Church has been perched here since the 12th century. And this graveyard, it's full of character. Weathered stones, tilted crosses, and stories that you'll never read in a guidebook. In fact, Jacobite prisoners were held here and executed. This place is beautiful, haunting, peaceful, and I could literally wander here for hours. But there's so much more of the town that we have to see. So let's get at it.
Okay, you can tell we've entered a little bit more of the touristy part. So if you come here as a tourist, you probably come here. There's like a lot of little shops to buy random things. Oh, look at that. The bell did its thingy. Ding dong, ding dong. How cool. I didn't plan that. I don't even know what time it is. But how cool. It's just like all pedestrian controlled. So you can just chill out, walk in the street, be a car. If you're into McDonald's, there's a massive like 3-4 McDonald's over here. Phone stores if you would like that. Now, one thing that you should know is that in Inverness, this is where the Caledonian sleeper train takes off. I'm sure you've seen a lot of other YouTubers talk about, oh, I took the longest sleeper train, the most expensive sleeper train. Yeah, they do it from Glasgow or Edinburgh. If you come up here, you actually get an extra 4 to 5 hours on the train. So if you're gonna do that, like, do it from up here, like do the actual trip. Now, a lot of buskers like to stand here on this corner because there's great acoustics. And today, these two people have it. Oh, look, we have tiny little plants. Look at this guy. Wow, he's pretty. Can you see him? That one's really pretty. Wow. You can tell this market is set up for Scotland. You have all these rain shelters, so if the rain starts coming, zoop, good safe. My hair is doing things I've not asked it to do. So that's cool. There's some local spirits, birch and elderflower. Okay, now in Inverness, if you need anything, it's probably gonna be in here. Fancy jewelry shop. Oh, look at this. We have a unicorn. Do you see the unicorn? Unicorn on the ceiling. The real reason we came here is because there's free washrooms. So we're gonna go find them. You know, sometimes you get a book and you read the first 3 pages and you're like, oh, that's not what the back cover promised me. I have a book like that. So let's go find me a new book. Now I can read a book tonight, and that's gonna be really fun. Did I get nice academic literature? No. There's a crime novelist that I like. Super fun book, super easy to read, and it's not even the best type of book because he leaves loose ends all over the place. I'm gonna fall over. And I don't care. It's just fun. Very fun book. Oh, there's music down here. So it's a music and dance and art school. Oh, that's so cool. And look at these. Did you play on these when you were a kid? You know, where's the store I'm looking for? I thought it was over here. Well, now I'm lost. Okay, maybe don't take directions from me. Is it over here? I'm looking for the grocery store.
3 hours later.
What I want to show you is right across from the train station. We're walking down this very beautiful street. And we're gonna go into the Victorian Market. Now, this dates back to the late 1800s. Look how cute this is. You can tell today, you know, it's been set up for tourists. We have some tourist stuff here. But then there's also a lot of other stuff for locals that I like that's in here. Their Milk Bar franchise chain. Maybe the hooligans hang out here. Check this out. Oh, no way. I was watching something on YouTube the other day with lighters and these old flasks. I don't know what I would do with a lighter, but it'd just be badass to have like a little lighter and light fire. Anyway, look at this little food hall. It smells so good. Okay, so we have sushi. We have some burgers and fries and milkshakes and like, it looks like just a healthy little bowl. No, that's a sandwich. That's a sandwich, not a bowl. But we have bakery things. You can buy some sandwiches to go if you're just into walking around the town and looking around. There's tables here, so if you have a free spot, grab a spot, eat your lunch. This part smells really good over here. Some pulled pork. Everything in here is like under 12 pounds a dish. Most of it's around 5 pounds, so it's super affordable. We even have vegan food if you're not into eating the meat. Some alcohol to grab something. As you probably know, it's legal to go and just crack open a beer, walk on the street, have a little walk and chill. Yeah, you guys definitely have to come here and eat here if you're gonna come here. Oh, look at that. An old clock. Well, apparently it's 2:30.
Leakey's Bookshop was the perfect way to end the day.
I love books.
Tucked inside an old Gaelic church from the 18th century, it's been warmed by a cedar burning stove for over 50 years. Everything smells like it. The shelves are stacked with everything from secondhand paper books to leather-bound volumes nearly a century old. This is the kind of place where time slows down, your senses wake up, and memory lane quietly opens its door.
It's amazing up here, you guys. You have to come and visit. Like, subscribe, or don't. See you next time, and probably somewhere in the UK, since I don't have a passport. Woo! Ciao.